How's it going, guys? This is the one you have all been asking for ages. Is why have you stopped losing weight or fat with Slimming World? So I'm going to tell you, it's going to take us about 15 or 20 minutes. So if you can't watch it now, save the video or share it to one of your Weapon World groups, and you can watch it later. And I'm well up for you discussing it, and you can slag us off on that in the comments. But if you watch it, I promise you'll level up and you'll understand why you've stopped losing. Okay, so I'll start off with, we're going to talk about total calorie burn, because we know we're all about calories at Team RH, and they don't talk about that, and I'm going to get across to that one. Alright, so I've got a little slideshow I've been prepping for you. It's shit, I'll just warn you now, but I'm still getting me grips with this one. That's a frustrated lady there. That was the only picture I could find. Looks more like a boyfriend's just text us saying like, I've just went and ate the last slice of cake in the fridge, and she's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? She's not happy, is she? She's not happy at all. Right, so all this, it looks complicated, doesn't it? It looks really complicated, right? Now, there's usual terms that they use to explain this out. TDE, BMR, NEAT, EAT, TEF, all that kind of thing. So I've sort of changed the words around, so hopefully you'll get a better understanding and guess how things work. So we all know the human body burns calories every day, right? This is usually called total daily energy expenditure. But what we're going to call it is total fucking calorie burn, all right? That's how many total fucking calories you burn in a day. All right, now right here we're using an example of a 300-pound lady. If you know what pounds are, 300 pounds it's a fucking big bird, right? They've got a lot of weight to lose, like fucking shitloads. All right, they're the ones that's always getting slimmer of the week. All right, they're winning it every week. Every fucking week. Alright, so now there's 4 different elements that make up your total fucking calorie burn. 4 different elements, right? Now, the first one is your basal metabolic rate, all right? This is the calories that your body burns doing nothing. And we're going to call this bonus calories, which is this down here, this area here, right? So the 300-pound lady, she burns 1,500 calories a day doing absolutely nothing. Like, you know, like a heart beating, brain function, liver, organs, all that kind of thing. Hormonal activity, that's going on in the background. So, you know, when like you go on a cross train or something, you're like, I've only burned 200 calories today. It's no, your body's burning all kinds of calories in the background. So we'll just put these down as bonus calories, and just think of like, the more big of a unit you are, the more bonus calories you're going to burn a day. So like when you're asleep and that, you're still burning calories. That's why if any of you have got a Fitbit or anything, you wake up in the morning, it's already on 600 calories. It's because you've been burning calories while you're kipping, or you might have been bucking. We didn't know. Right, so this lady here, 1,500 calories she's burning, doing fuck all. Alright, bonus calories. What a time to be alive. Alright, oh look, I've got the colours the wrong way around. Look at that. It's because I done it in a rush. I had no patience. Anyhow, so the next part of calorie burn, it's usually called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. All right, we're gonna call it session. Right? Does anybody get sesh leg? It's like, it's the calories you burn doing like not exercise, and it's not your BMR. It's like if you pick your schnecker, if you're someone who's picking your schnecker all day long, right? You're gonna have a big conk on you, but you're gonna be burning more calories than someone who doesn't pick the schnecker. I get sesh leg, so like when I'm sitting here now, like my little leg, it's just bouncing up and down. Has anyone got a partner and the leg just seshes all the time? Sesh leg. People who are erratic, alright, like I'm pretty erratic, so like I kind of keep still. When I was a kid, I was hyperactive, so my NEAT, my non-exercise activity thermogenesis, we're going to call it session, right? Mine was pretty high. So if you're someone that doesn't move much, or you're pretty active, always about, you might have a lot of calories burned from there. This lady's burning 500, all right? 500 because she does pick her schnecker a lot. She's constantly gone to the toilet because she's weeing loads, because she's drinking loads of water. She's burning a kind of few calories from just session about. All right, we're down with that one. Right, the next one is called TEF, T-E-F, which is the green one here, right? Thermogenic effect of food. We're just going to call it SCRAN, right? SCRAN up north means food, all right? So when you eat food, your body actually burns calories to metabolize the food. So like you think you got to eat the food which contains calories, but then your body's like, oh, I'm gonna have to put some effort in here to digest it and metabolize it, and that's called thermogenic effect of food. So you burn calories, eating calories. Unlucky for us, it's not more calories than what you consume. And even celery. I checked it out. I didn't make the fucking rules up. All right, you'd think I would, the way people kick off. Right, so there's 3. You've got bonus calories, you've got scran, calories burned from scran, and then you've got calories burned from non-exercise, just session about, all right? Then finally, you've got calories that you burn from actual exercise, and this one's called EAT, exercise activity thermogenesis, but we're just going to call it graft, all right? This is how much graft you're putting in. This is like calories burned purely that you've went out your way to do, like you've went to boot camp, or you went on the treadmill at the gym, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You put some extra graft in, right? And this lady has burnt 1,000 calories from that. So if we add all these calories up together, a total fucking calorie burn is 3,350 calories, all right? So what you're looking at here now, you're like, what? So you're telling me, Richie, right? A 300-pound lady could be burning up to 3,350 calories plus a day. All them calories, right? So to think, if you are 300 pound and you've put on weight, you've been eating 4,000 or 5,000 calories on average a day to put that weight on. We all need to accept that, right? That's just how it is, okay? Now that you get the basics of that, the next step after this, so you're like, everybody's got the total calorie number. I've got a different one to you guys. You've got a different one to your mum, to your partner, to your daughter, whatever. Everybody's got a different calorie burn, because remember, it's like down here, it's like your body mass, all right, then how much food you're eating, how much you're session about, and then how much graft you're putting in. So everybody's calorie burn can be different. So if you know any weapon PTs out there, or anyone who's dishing out diet plans, and they're giving you a set calorie goals straight away, and they've not asked you any questions like your age, your height, your weight, your gender, what kind of graft you're doing, things like that, they're a cowboy, all right? So just have a think about that one and be like, yeah, like, they didn't even ask us that, and they've just given us a diet plan for fuck all calories, because they know what the fuck they're talking about, all right? I keep telling you this, but you're still not fucking listen. Okay, so for you, if you're in slimming world now and you're dieting and you're a big bird and you're losing fat, it means you're in a caloric deficit. So if your body's burning 3,350 calories a day, all right, that's how much calories it needs energy. It needs that energy in to do all its daily functions. It needs 1,500 for your BMR, it needs 500 calories for session about, it needs 350 calories from scran, and it needs 1,000 calories from graft, right? So if we were to give you, say, I don't know, let's put it at 2,500, all right? 2,500. Now, you have so many sins to eat, your free food, your fucking healthy years, and I don't know the fucking plan. I don't fucking know it, right? You'll tell us it, all right? But let's say that all of that food that you're eating on average comes to about 2,500, because you've done calorie count, remember? You just go to the class, and the weapon at the front of the class just gives you an idea of how much food to eat to everybody. Although you're all different sizes, they give you the same idea, don't you? Now, let's say that you're luckily eating on average 2,500 calories of food, all right? Now then, your body, remember, if you're a 300-pound unit, right, your body is burning 3,350 calories a day, but you're only giving it 2,500, all right? So it's 5, 6, 7, it's 850 calories short of what it needs a day. So all this here, right, all this here is fat loss, because the body's saying, like, I need this much, but you're only giving us this much. So the calories that is missing, all this is missing. So your body says, like, I tell you what, you know, all that spare adipose tissue, your fat tissue, right? It's like, I'm going to get the energy from that, because that's stored energy. Your fat is stored energy. Do you get what I mean? So your body's like, if you don't give me enough calories for what I need to do today from food, I'm going to start getting it from your body fat. And this is where we're like, yeah, go and knock yourself out, eat me body fat, and that's how you lose fat. It's as simple as that. Caloric deficit, not this keto stuff or intermittent fasting or whatever the new latest bullshit plan is, all right? It's simply caloric deficit. Any other plan will just tidy it up a different way to try and flog it in a different way, all right? Just calorie deficit. Me beating around the bush, okay? So now you understand the basics, that you're like, oh, so if you've lost weight on any plan in the world, it was because you were in a caloric deficit, not because of the plan, all right? Because you were in a caloric deficit. Simple as that, okay? So if we now get a 200-pound lady, all right? I'm going to pop this one on the screen. There it is there, right? Now remember, when we're looking at this here, you're saying like, oh, well, things have changed now. Yes, things have changed. So like this 200-pound lady is only burning 1,250 calories BMR, where the 300-pound lady was 1,500. So the 300-pound lady was burning 250 calories a day more just by being alive because she's got less body fat on her. So this person's body here is 100-pound lighter, so it doesn't need to work as hard. It's also getting as less food in, and it's not burning so many calories session about. Why? Because this person is 100-pound lighter. So if you imagine somebody who's, you know, like when you see really overweight people and they go to the top of the stairs and they're like you know, they're fucking wheezing like fuck. It's not necessarily to do with them being really unfit. It's because they've just fucking launched themselves up the stairs dragging 300 pounds with them. So if you got any person, say that was 200 pounds, and you went and give them a 100-pound weight, and you were like, hey, go and walk to the top of the stairs with this, by the time you got to the top of the stairs, you'd be wheezing, you'd be out of breath, and you'd be knackered. Alright, so you overweight people, don't get yourself down about being unfit. You're just grafting harder than the rest of us. Alright, so you're just doing it hardcore. So always remember that one, and don't get yourself down or thinking that you're really unfit. It's just because you got more weight and your muscles are having to work harder because the weight's heavier, which is going to require more oxygen. Do you get what I mean? That's why you're getting out of breath. So don't stress about that, okay? So we're looking at this 200-pound lady here, and as you can see, all the numbers are a lot smaller. The body mass is smaller. The amount of food they're eating is probably smaller. The non-exercise activity, just moving about, is going to be small, like brushing the teeth, taking the bairns to school, shit like that. That's going to be a bit less of them because now you're doing it at a smaller body mass. And also the graft. Look at that. There's a 500 calories missing now compared to the bigger lady. Why? Because in a 24-hour period, you think about it, how much exercise you do in a 24-hour period. You're now doing it with 100 pound less on your body, so things are going to be a lot easier, aren't they? It's going to be a lot easier, so you're going to be burning way less. So now this 200-pound lady, her total fucking calorie burn, right, that's how many calories she burns a day, is only 2,325, where if we compare it to the other one, she was 3,350. So there's nearly 1,000 difference, 1,000 calorie difference between them both. Can you imagine 1,000 calories in front of you now? Like 3-4 chocolate bars, alright? Depending on which ones you get. There's going to be that much difference. So now all of a sudden you're watching this. Now both women are overweight. Alright, this one is extremely overweight, and this one's got probably about 50 pound of fat to lose. Alright, just let herself go. Alright, but what the point is that both of them are burning different amounts of calories. Okay, now remember, you're both going to the same class. You listen, and your Weapon World leader, your Weapon World leader at the front, and she's basically giving you an idea what to eat on plan. Alright, you all get the same amount of sins and all that, unless you're really fucking big and then they put you on more sins or something like that. I don't fucking know. Okay, they're all giving you an idea of how many calories to consume in a day. So you're all going, and also remember, you all talk to each other in class, don't you? You're like, hey, hi, Kelly, you alright, Kelly? And you're like, hey, what you eating? Like, oh, well, I'm having this, I'm having that, and I'm going to have some of that. And then our Kev's coming around, and we'll do that, and then I'll probably bottom. You know what I mean? Like, you talk about, so you all build up an idea of how much food to eat, and then you all share your recipes online, didn't you? On the little Weapon World groups, you're like, oh, look at this, look what I've made, nay sins. And it's like 10,000 calories, okay? You're all giving each other an idea of how much to eat a day. Now, imagine, remember, you're not counting calories, so you don't have a clue what your calorie intake is. Now, imagine that the 200-pound lady eats exactly the same amount of food as the 300-pound lady, which is a big possibility considering they're both going to the same class and they're getting the same advice, and that they both follow the whole whatever amount of sins you issued. Alright, now look at this. If you look at this one here, remember, this here was how much calories they were roughly eating on average. Now this here is fat loss. From there to there is fat loss. Okay, so I'm going to put it in red. All this here is fat loss for the 300-pound lady. Let's have a look at the 200-pound lady. Now if we look at it, the 200-pound lady's only burning 2,300, but they're eating 2,500. So if we put that along there, the 200-pound lady is actually in a surplus. That poor motherfucker's going to be gaining weight. Alright? She's going to be gaining weight, so I'm going to highlight that. In blue, that is fat gain, right? You're looking at there? So we'll look at it here again. There's the 300-pound lady. She's fat loss. The 200-pound lady, fat gain. Unbelievable. Now, how come some weapon on Facebook is saying this to yous now, and literally thousands of yous will be watching you be like, fucking hell, am I not getting told this for? What am I not getting told this for? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. This is what's happening all the time. So whether you're losing or you lost a loads and then you stop losing, do you know why you stop losing? Because you're eating the same amount of food, and then that's happening. Oh, bloody hell, I fucked it up. There's the 300 pound lady. That's happening there. You're not burning what you were anymore. You're not burning up here. You're only burning here. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. Now, if we compare them both, right? Compare them both together. Remember, they're all going to class, and the Slimming World leader, she's at the front. We'll put her down here. This is the Slimming World leader down here. She's talking at the front of the class. There you go, on that. Looks like someone, doesn't it? And then she's just like, right, I want you to do this, do that. And so you're all going to win. You're like, do you know what it is? I'm going to eat 2,500 calories. And that's where that person gains fat and that one loses fat. Or the person over here, they might lose fat and then all of a sudden stop losing. Or they might join and start gaining. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, it's taken us, 10 minutes to explain this to you. So why? So I get it, right? If this is getting shared into the group, you're like, there's that fucking dickhead that's always giving us a bad time. I cannot stand him. I hate him. That's good. That's what I'm trying to do. Get you hooked in at first. You're like, can it sound like this? And then hopefully level you up. So I'm not saying stop going. I'm not saying this and that, right? Go, learn what foods to eat. Follow all that. Get support. Make friends. Some people have anxiety and insecurities when they go, and these classes really help with shit like that. So go to them, right? Use them for that. But one thing you all need to start doing is calorie counting, right? Because otherwise it's guesswork. If you're losing, fine. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't watch this video, right? However, I know there's hundreds of thousands of you not getting anywhere, and you need a calorie count. So you think, well, what's the difference between Team RH? Yes, we'll calorie count, but we ask people when they join. So when you join us, I'm going to be like, how much do you weigh? And you're going to tell us whether you're 200 £200 or £300. Do you get what I mean? And I'm like, well, and so then I can work this bit out. I can work these two things out. And then I'm like, well, how much exercise are you willing to do? You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to be doing 10,000 steps a day, but I haven't got time to go to the gym. And then I'm going to be like, all right, that'll probably be about 500 calories. Because we've got like a little formula for each thing that will work out, all right? And then I'm like, oh, well, they're going to be eating this amount of calories, so that's what the TEF would be. And what would be the non-exercise activity? It's probably going to be around here. You can never get that. It's just a gauge of whatever the trend of people are getting. So we would be like, right, this woman here is burning 2,325 calories. For her to join us and lose about £1.5 pound a week, we're going to set them 1,800 calories. You see, yeah? So we would set a new member of £200 at around the 1,800 calorie mark, about here. And remember, the burning up here, so all this would be fat loss. Do you see the difference? Because we're calorie counting. If you're not in a caloric deficit, you're not going to lose fat. You have to get this in here, upstairs. It's got to sink in, right? So you can spend all the time in the world trying the best to follow the plan. But remember, you're like, yes, they might change your eating style and eat healthy foods and all that. But you could eat chocolates and McDonald's in a caloric deficit and still lose fat, right? I'm not saying do that, but you could eat in a caloric surplus, salads, avocados, clean eating, and gain fat. Do you get what I mean? It's not the foods, it's not the healthiness of the food that makes you lose fat, it's the calorie content, okay? However, we would recommend that you're getting at least 80% of your calories in that are nutritious, so you're getting your vitamins and minerals and your essential fatty acids and things like that, so your hormone regulation and all that kind of shit's under control. It's very important that you look after your health while you're losing fat as well, which some of them get totally wrong, okay? So remember, caloric deficit is the way forward. If there's anybody Team RH watching now, can you guys just write in the comments now what calories you're on, all right? If you want to share your body weight, that's cool. Or share how much weight you've lost, just to show people, because people are like, there's no way I can lose weight on 1,800, 2,500, 3,000 or odd calories. We've got some people on because they're burning 4,000 plus a day, and it'll give people assurance, because when you see a weapon like me talking to you like, there's no way these could have devised a plan like this that's working for everybody. we? Well, we have, alright? So I'm hoping the guys in the comments can write that and say, like, hey, look, this is what's going on here. I'm eating this amount of calories and the fat's melting off us. Okay? I'll leave this up for debate. You can share it into your groups, your Slimming World groups, discuss it, debate it, and you can say whether I'm right or wrong. Talk about opinions until you come to the conclusion that I'm fucking right. And then I hope that it levels you up. Alright? I'm not trying to get one over in here. I'm trying to level you up. I want you to succeed because nobody is getting past the whole calorie point, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to level up. Alright? I hope you have enjoyed this. If you like this style, I hope you are watching it landscape, by the way, not like that because you'll not be able to see football. If you like it, let us know in the comments below. And if you've got any questions, just pop an inbox too, and we'll be happy to answer them. All right, guys. I hope you have a great evening and take care. Bye. Aha.